Welcome to our hazard communication training. The primary goal of this session is to ensure that all employees are informed about the potential hazards associated with the chemicals they may encounter in the workplace. By understanding proper handling, storage, and disposal practices, we aim to create a safe and compliant working environment for everyone. What is a safety data sheet? An SDS provides crucial information on chemicals, including hazards, safe handling procedures, and emergency measures. This information is vital for anyone handling chemicals and for supervisors overseeing their use. The key points of safety data sheets are the product identifier, the signal word, for example, danger, the hazard statement, which are the potential effects of the chemical, the pictogram, symbols representing hazards, instructions for improper use, how to properly store and dispose of the chemical, and supplier information. Who regulates safety data sheets? Well, that would be OSHA. OSHA stands for the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. They regulate all safety and health standards for employers. One key aspect is the Hazard Communication Standards, which includes SDS sheets. If we violate these standards, we face fines of $70,000 per occurrence. Remember, this applies to all chemicals, even those we don't consider ours, but we'll talk more about that later. Pictograms are part of OSHA's Hazard Communication Standard, known as GHS. The GHS, or Globally Harmonized System of Classification and Labeling of Chemicals, is an international standard that ensures consistent labeling and safety information worldwide. All the pictograms you might find on chemicals are shown here. These globally recognized symbols are always the same, no matter where you are in the world. Take a moment to review these symbols and see if you recognize any. Since you're not a scientist, it's crucial that we always handle and store chemicals properly. Here are some key points from our policy on chemical storage and handling. Labeling chemicals. Every chemical must be labeled without exception. Unlabeled chemicals pose significant health and safety risks to you and others. Proper storage. Store liquids on the bottom shelves. Ensure that shelves are bolted to the wall to prevent falls. Flammable chemicals. Store chemicals marked with the flammable pictogram in a fire-rated safety cabinet. Never combine chemicals, even if they're labeled as the same. Use the remainder of one bottle before opening a new one. Dispose of expired or corroded chemicals at Metro Hazardous Waste. For assistance, Bluestone Maintenance can inventory your chemicals and dispose of those that are unidentified or expired. Now that we've discussed proper storage, let's continue on with the topic of personal protective equipment. By reviewing the safety data sheet, you'll see the hazards a chemical poses and what PPE to wear to prevent such hazards. As a rule of thumb, it's always smart to wear gloves when handling any chemical. You should always review the SDS to determine which protective equipment you should be wearing. Some may call for masks, eye, or face protection, all of which Bluestone provides. Now, you may be thinking, well, good thing we don't have any chemicals that belong to us at my property. You may be right, but no matter who is handling the chemicals, everyone has to follow OSHA regulations. This means we have to stay on top of our vendors to ensure they utilize an SDS system when they work at our properties. Even if we don't utilize these chemicals, we should know who is storing them at our properties and what they are. As a final note, Bluestone personnel should refrain from handling, using, or moving another vendor's chemicals if at all possible. Now we're moving on to an instructional presentation of our cloud-based SDS system. Gone are the days of big yellow SDS binders with thousands of pages of safety data sheets. With our cloud-based software, anyone can use a phone camera to scan a chemical's barcode, providing instant access to Bluestone's personalized SDS library. Users can also download our entire library for use offline with minimal storage space on their devices. As a bonus, the system automatically updates SDS pages when suppliers release new versions. To access our SDS library, you can scan the QR code on the screen or type in the URL into any browser. Once you've arrived to our homepage, you can add our library to your device as a bookmark by clicking the up arrow towards the bottom of your screen and clicking Add to Home Screen. Keep in mind, these will look slightly different depending on your device. Now I'm going to head to bluestone.sds.center. Once we arrive, we'll see all of our SDS information. Next, tap the camera on the upper right-hand side of the screen and allow access. Find your chemicals barcode and wait for the red line to scan across the barcode. It may take a second to focus. If the chemical is found, it will appear right away. Tap to view the SDS sheets in seconds. You can review all the SDS information and see all relevant information pertaining to this chemical. Now, let's review a situation where a chemical isn't found. When we scan our spackle, we're going to see immediately a red text notification stating that the chemical is not found in our system. Fill out the requested information, and Data Sheet Solutions will work with the supplier to add the SDS to our library within 7 to 10 business days. Be sure to add your name and submit request. Next, we'll review how to sync our SDS library to your device to access offline. Click the down caret next to All Documents. Toggle the All Documents section Boolean to On. Next, ensure the available offline Boolean at the bottom of the section is also toggled to On. A download will appear at the bottom of your screen. Depending on your internet speed, this may take a few moments. Now let me demonstrate how this works. I'll turn off all my data and Wi-Fi to simulate being in a garage or a dead zone. While it may take a bit longer to load, you should still have access to safety data sheets, provided that you've downloaded the icon to your homepage as a bookmark. By following these steps, you ensure that you always have the necessary documents at your fingertips, regardless of your internet connectivity. Thank you for engaging in our hazard communication training. Your participation is greatly appreciated and contributes to a safer workplace. To ensure you receive credit for this training, scan the QR code or copy and paste the URL to take a short quiz. After completing the quiz, your participation will be documented.